Supposed to open 2 years ago this month. And I find it really remarkable that the entire company, the actors, the director, the stage managers, the crew, the designers.
Hey everybody, it's Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld, and we are here for the reopening live red carpet coverage of Richard Greenberg's Tony Award-winning masterpiece, Take Me Out. And my first guest tonight is one of BroadwayWorld and one of my favorites, Julie Halston.
I'm so happy to be here, and I love that I'm live.
Yes, we're live. Okay, so I heard you've seen this production already, right?
Yes, I did, and I can't tell people enough to come and see it because it's so good. And you mentioned the word masterpiece, and it is, and that's can't be bandied about too often. So I would urge everyone to see Take Me Out. You don't have to be a baseball fan. You don't have to be a fan of the human body, but it helps. But it's a very moving human play.
Yeah. Now, you had done a Richard Greenberg play, right?
Yes, I did a Rich Greenberg play called The Babylon Line, and I had already been a fan of his work, but when I finished a play by Rich Greenberg, I became even more in love with his work. I loved doing his work, and I love him as a human being. So I'm so excited that this redo is happening again.
You know, this is very rare because very rarely does a show come back, which Second Stage brought this back, and they played The Haze, and then they win the Tony Award for Best Revival. Jesse Tyler Ferguson won Best Featured Actor. Then it closed, and they didn't know what was going to happen, and all of a sudden it's back on Broadway again, thanks to Barry and Fran Weiser and a few others.
And with most of the original cast, and these people are stars. They're very busy. Doesn't that say something about how much they wanted to come back and do this? That's what I find so inspiring and fantastic and moving. Oh, it's great. It's great.
Well, the reason why Patrick Adams didn't come back is because he's doing a TV series up in Vancouver.
Right.
Or somewhere in Canada, I'm not sure where, but I think it's Vancouver. But I mean, everybody came back, and now Bill Heck has stepped into the role of Kippy. And I was with the cast earlier this afternoon. They are so happy to be together again. And I mean, just what was it like? I mean, I loved this show. I saw the original production.
Me too.
Of course, it won in 2002, it won Best Play.
Right.
And then just last year, it won Best Revival, which is amazing amongst itself. But what a wonderful cast in this one now.
I've worked with Jesse Tyler, and we are good friends, and to see him do this, it's so moving and so thrilling to see your friends be so brilliant. And Michael Oberholzer, we did the Babylon line together, and to see his performance, I mean, I gotta tell you, I just was weeping, you know. But I step into a theater and I start weeping. That's who I am.
Well, I do too.
Yeah.
Now, you just had a big night at Birdland, right, this past Monday?
I did.
Yeah, tell us about that,
Well, it's called Declassified because nothing is secret.
In the world of Julie Halston.
Exactly. And I have to tell you, it was one of those nights. It was magic. You know, there were standing room only. I mean,
I know.
It was crazy. You couldn't get a seat. And it was just magic. And, you know, to see people like Donna Murphy, Daryl Roth, Frank DeLella, Charles Bush, just weeping with laughter. It was so moving for me. And I'm very grateful. I had not been on that stage in 3 years, and to be in that room again, to be with my friends, to be spreading joy and laughter. Boy, we all needed it, didn't we?
Yeah, for those of you who have not seen Julie Halston, I call it In Concert, we could all watch her read the newspaper, and actually she does in her show. So, I mean, for people who don't know, I mean, you read these incredible articles from the New York Times and stuff, right?
Yes, I always do a wedding announcement. And this one was particularly fun, I'm just going to say that. But I read also, I had an article about Kate Moss, because Kate Moss is starting her new wellness brand called Cosmos. Let's not get me started. But anyway, it was really fantastic. And I think I'm going to be coming back to Birdland January 30th with this show. Yeah.
So I have this is the opening night, first performance playbill of Take Me Out. I'm so excited. Like I said, when you see them again tonight, you're going to have a great time. Julie, always a pleasure to see you, my love. Thanks for dropping by.
Wonderful, and I love you, Broadway World people.
Have the best time. You look gorgeous as ever.
Thank you.
Have a great time tonight.
Thank you, darling.
That's Julie Halston kicking us off for our live opening night, or reopening night of Take Me Out. We're all so excited that the show is back. Of course, it started at the Hayes, which I call the original Little Theater, for second stage. Carol Rothman, they did such a beautiful job producing it there. And now it's back here at the Schoenfeld with primarily all of the original cast, except for, like I said, Patrick Adams is doing a TV series, and the wonderful Bill Heck has stepped into the role of Kippy. More people are getting ready to arrive. So, Joey, why don't you kick over to some interviews that we did in the rehearsal before they came to Broadway the last time around, and we'll be right back. Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World. Richard Greenberg's Tony Award-winning play Take Me Out is back on Broadway at second stage. Under the direction of Scott Ellis, it features a stellar cast led by Jesse Williams, Jesse Tyler Ferguson, and Patrick J. Adams. And we drop by the Baseball Center to meet the company.
The excitement scale is very, very high. This is a play I saw at the Public Theater, and actually, funny story. I was looking back at my old planners, and I saw my very first show that I did at second stage was a show called Little Fish, and I had rehearsal for Little Fish in the afternoon, and then that evening I saw Take Me Out at the Public. So here I am doing Take Me Out at second stage, so that's a full circle moment for you.
To make my Broadway debut in this way, with this piece of material that I believe in so deeply, it's just at the exact right time in my life, to be honest, and with material that both connects to the root in a lot of ways to my upbringing, my life. It's very baseball as a tool for life lessons and manhood, whatever that might mean to you. It means a lot to me, the material. It's very nostalgic.
With Scott being the director, it just really does feel like a team, and it's something that is really special for me to have it be the first time.
Yeah, it's absolutely thrilling. This play is so brilliant, and the words in it, to get a chance to say all of these things and to have these thoughts on stage and to share in a community, that's amazing. That's really fun.
It's so exciting. I mean, coming up through acting school, this was just a play you heard about a ton. I mean, it's so well known. It was so well received the first time it came around. So being a part of the revival is really just incredible.
So it's a dream come true, especially growing up as an athlete, as a baseball player, as someone who had baseball in their culture growing up, and then to be able to have that cross with my love for acting and then to put it on Broadway is one of the coolest things you could ever imagine.
We're able to quickly develop chemistry just as a company, which is so important for this play. It's really an ensemble play. Here in the Baseball Center, they taught us basic 101. I mean, fundamentals of fielding and batting and pitching, but more importantly than that, they taught us a lot of mannerisms like that the cameras don't necessarily pick up. The superstitions that baseball players have, some of the tics, the small things that you never see about how to wrap a bat. So yeah.
What did you learn?
I learned about a game called Pepper. It's a game that baseball players it's called Pepper. It's hard to describe, but it's highly competitive.
I mean, it took me back to school. The last time I really played baseball was probably 5th grade,
knocking balls around during like phys ed or something.
So there's everything here.
Yeah, but I was actually surprised by how quickly I could pick a lot of the stuff up. And I remember, there's a great line in the play that I have about players remembering wiffle ball and dad, and it's too much emotion. Well, it did come back to me. I was like, wait, this is what I used to do with my dad. Even though I didn't play a lot of baseball, we would go play catch and we would go hit balls around. And there is something like that connection to being a kid and being fulfilled and just spending that time with someone you love and throwing a ball back and forth. There's something really magical about that. And I had been disconnected from it until I got into this very room.
So you're about to make your Broadway debut in this.
Yeah.
I mean, that's got to be like extra exciting for you.
Very exciting, and I'm excited. It's a coincidence that Julian is here with me because we went to the same school, so we know a lot of the same people, and just to have this debut with people that I know and kind of like I admire and respect, and always wanted to work with Scott Ellis, so it's a great opportunity. So yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Where did you guys go to?
We went to NYU.
Yeah.
And I auditioned with a monologue
great
from
story.
Take Me Out 10 years ago to get into NYU. It worked out.
And
So-
now, look, now you're returning to Broadway in
I'm
it.
doing it on Broadway.
And welcome, it's Richard Ridge. We are back on the opening night, reopening red carpet for Take Me Out. And I'm here with two of my favorite people. Tell everybody who you are.
Hello, I'm Deirdre Lovejoy.
And I'm Jeff Massey, costume designer.
How excited are you two to be here tonight for this reopening?
I am over the moon. I can't believe I get to be here, witness it in person. I'm so excited to see my friend Bill Heck. I can't wait to see the whole production. I am over the moon.
And I saw it, the original opening as well. Huge fan of Scott Ellis and his work and all the design team that's involved in this show. Very, very thrilled to see it all.
Okay, so Bill Heck is one of my all-time favorite people. I saw him in shows before he became the Bill Heck, which I'm sure you have too, and I was with him this afternoon with the cast. He is so excited to have joined this company. I cannot wait to see him as Kippy.
If he weren't so mean and ugly and hard to get along with, it would be a different story.
Yeah.
But as it is, it's probably going to be a nightmare. So there you go.
He is one of the nicest people and one of the most talented people in show business, isn't he?
He truly is, and a graduate of the University of Evansville, which is also my alma mater. We share that fantastic university, and I'm going to see his chops tonight. He's got a lot of them.
And just to be here again,
True. I also had the luxury of working with Bill during Angels in America. He's such a great actor. And I really enjoyed it. And I can't wait to see him tonight.
And isn't it also wonderful, but this had an incredible run at Second Stage. It won Best Revival, Jesse Tyler won, and then they closed, and now they're opening again on Broadway.
Well, that speaks to Richard Greenberg. I mean, that is the depth of the play and the fantastic sort of freshness of the production. So, of course, people respond to it. It's relevant, and people are so thrilled to get out of their little boxes after COVID and participate in the theater and be in that experience in the dark that we all missed during COVID and the pandemic.
And I think the casting's so brilliant. Scott is so wonderful at really thinking out of the box with these things. And it's nice to see these guys who don't traditionally do theater, all of them do theater. And they do a great job.
It is great to see both of you. Thank you for dropping by BroadwayWorld and talking to me. Have a wonderful time tonight. Really nice. Always a pleasure. Have a great time tonight. Mary Testa is next to us. We'll be getting her very shortly to talk to her tonight. Like I said, it's very exciting. The streets are packed here on Broadway again. I mean, the Bad Cinderella marquee is up at the Imperial for Andrew Lloyd Webber. Gabriel Byrne is also opening tonight with Walking with Ghosts right across the street, directed by Lonnie Price. I sat with Gabriel Byrne just the other day and Lonnie Price. That's exciting. And then right across the street here at the Schoenfeld is the reopening of Richard Greenberg's masterpiece, and I do mean masterpiece, Take Me Out, directed by the wonderful Scott Ellis, featuring just about the whole cast that did it at Second Stage, with the addition of Bill Heck. Like I said, Mary Testa is going to join us live. You look gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
How are you, my friend?
Well, how are you?
Yeah.
I haven't seen you in a long time.
Well, we've been out on the carpets.
I haven't been, but I haven't been, so yeah.
So how excited are you to be here tonight?
I'm very excited because I just told somebody back there that I missed it I saw it originally, but I missed it the first time, and so I saw Jesse, and he was like, do you want me to put you on a list? I was like, yes, I do.
Well, I was with him earlier today. He's so excited that you were here tonight. Because he was like, I was like, who's coming out of your friends' Jets? Like, oh, my Mary Testa's coming. You know.
That's so sweet. Yeah.
So you two had done On the Town together, right?
Yes, and we've also, I feel like we've done other things, but On the Town primarily, yeah.
All right, that was that glorious production directed by George C. Wolfe.
Yes.
I mean, what was it like doing that glorious musical on Broadway? And you played Madame Dilly.
I did. It was great because it was George, and so George has a particular viewpoint, and it was Leah and Jesse and Jonathan Freeman and Linda Muggleston, and it was just a great, incredible, and more, a great group of people, and we just had a ball. And George took it seriously, you know. So I have seen other productions that tend to be a little more cartoonish, but George took that seriously, and it's great to work with George. That's the only time I've worked with George.
See, the great thing about George is that he paid a big homage to New York City and took it really seriously, yet the comedy was in there through it all.
I know, absolutely. I haven't looked at the camera at all. Absolutely. I'm just looking at you.
Look at you. Well, like I said, Maud P. Dilly is such an incredible role.
You know what? I had a great time doing it. And then I saw Jackie Hoffman do it as well, and she had a great time as well. So yeah, it was great fun. That was 1998.
It couldn't have been that long ago. No,
it was.
I just think it's like yesterday. I'm like, oh, it's a few seasons ago. That's the way I look at my career and my life and everything else.
No,
right?
I know. It's all. It's going by very fast.
Well, you look great. What are you working on? Are you working on something, concerts? What are you doing?
I just finished doing NAMFT, and I did it primarily because the writers were Shannon Burkett and Heather Christian. And Heather Christian, and so is Shannon, is amazing. Her music is amazing. Did you see Oratorio?
Oh, yes, I did. Oh,
I was just thrilled to work with her. So I just finished doing that, and then in a couple of weeks I'm going to do a new Michael John LaChiusa workshop.
Okay, I just got goosebumps from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet. What is it like working with Michael John?
Oh, I love, I've done 6 of his shows, and I love working with him. So this will be wonderful. And this one's big. Yeah. Big.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Queen of the Mist was his, right?
Yes.
Okay, because that's when, and I remember talking to you during Queen of the Mist, and you were just so proud to be a part of it.
Yes.
You were like, that was the first time you were carrying a show by yourself.
Yes, yeah.
And I remember how wonderful you felt and how glorious that performance of yours was in that.
It was so good, thank you. It was such a great experience because it was written for me. Yeah. And I'm the one that sang everything and said everything, so it was so great. I also just finished. I was up at Williamstown. I almost forgot doing Most Happy with Daniel Fish. So
fabulous.
Yeah, that was great. That was great this summer. So we'll hope that comes in too. Like nothing, and we hope things are going to come in.
I think they are. Like, look at the streets. They're all, but it's like, Gabriel's fabulous across the street and Walking with Ghosts. I mean, this is reopening. I mean,
honestly, my name is not on anybody's list for Broadway. So I had a little talk with myself the other day, and I'm like, just work on things you're interested in. That's all you have to worry about.
Okay. Well, we'll throw it out there, BroadwayWorld. Get Mary Testa back on the Boulevard again, or in the Rialto.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. You look gorgeous as ever. Thank you
so
for dropping by.
Sweet.
Mary, you know I adore you. Good to see you.
I adore you too. Thank you.
That's Mary Testa. Go get your tickets. That's Mary Testa on the carpet. Nathan Lane has just arrived on the carpet tonight for the reopening of Take Me Out. Joe, I don't know if you can go down there and just take a peek at him down there. Yes. No, I'm not going to do that. All right, thanks. He's about... Oh, come and visit me. Well, we're live tonight.
Unlike Patti LuPone, I'm not going to just brush by you.
I love this. Okay, so that happened.
No, please. I just left the union.
I adore you for this. I cannot tell you. I was with Scott Whitman and Mark Shaman the other day, and they said to me, "Did Patti snub you on the carpet of Death of a Salesman?" I said, "Yes, it's all around the world."
I'm sure she was just in such a hurry to see the Arthur Miller classic. She couldn't possibly concentrate on talking to you.
Well, I thank you for dropping by to see me.
Oh, sure. Anytime.
You're about to return.
Yes.
Talk about the play you're coming back in.
It's a beautiful new play by Char White, directed by Bartlett Sher. It's called Pictures from Home, and it's based on a rather celebrated photo book memoir by a very well-known photographer, Larry Sultan, who this was sort of his magnum opus. And he spent about 10 years photographing his parents in their homes in the San Fernando Valley and then in Palm Desert, and interviewing them. And the play is about that process and the effect it had on all of them.
Yeah. And what a cast you're going to be appearing with.
Yes, the best. Danny Burstein, whom I love dearly, and Zoe Wanamaker, one of the great stage actresses, certainly in the UK, and she's been nominated, I think, 4 times here. Every time she's done a play here, she's been nominated. She's, a consummate actress, so that's very exciting.
And you did Only Murders in the Building.
Yes, we did the second season, right? Yes.
Through COVID, watching that, I was obsessed with that show. You were just so good playing the Greek man.
Oh yeah. Well, I won an Emmy.
Yeah, I know you did. Congratulations
so that,
on that.
That was a very nice cherry on the top of that delicious sundae.
Did you have a good time working on that?
Oh, yeah. You can never not have a good time when you're with Marty Short and Steve Martin and Selena Gomez. Just great people. It's they really set the tone, and it's just a delightful place to work.
Yep.
They have a lot of big. Jesse Williams, who in the play, is going to be on the 3rd season, and some others that I can't mention, but some really big names.
Well, you were terrific in that. I thank you for always
you.
dropping by to see my friend,
It's
as always,
a pleasure,
Nathan.
my friend.
All right.
All the best.
Have a great time tonight. That's Nathan Lane on the carpet for the reopening of Take Me Out. So, Joey, let's go to some interviews we did in the rehearsal room, and stay with us. We'll be right back. Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World. Richard Greenberg's Tony Award-winning play, Take Me Out, is back on Broadway at Second Stage's Hayes Theater. This stunning production, under the direction of Scott Ellis, welcomes to Broadway a stellar cast led by Jesse Williams and Patrick J. Adams, and I caught up with all of them on opening night. When you are back on Broadway, it's opening night. How does it feel?
Oh my God. It's so surreal and so moving. And I'll never have another opening night like this. I mean, to be able to sit with a play for 2 years and think about it and just dream of this night, and finally to have it here, it's too much for my heart to handle.
It's been a really wonderfully welcoming, challenging. I just have so much respect for the process, and I'm so humbled and honored to have an opportunity to mix amongst you guys and learn in the process. So I'm very happy.
Broadway debuts are very rare. They only happen once. And like your Richard Greenberg play, directed by Scott Ellis, with this incredible group of guys.
Couldn't be better. It couldn't be better. I mean, I think Richard Greenberg is one of the greatest living American playwrights. I think this is one of his most beautiful plays. I never thought this was going to happen, to be honest. I do a lot of theater. I've done a lot of theater, but I'd kind of given up the idea that maybe I thought Broadway didn't want anything to do with me. I tried to get some work in New York before, and it just had not been successful, and I thought, oh, maybe that's not going to be for me. So to have that turned so completely on its head, to get to work on this beautiful play, on this role that I love, that's such a challenge for me as an actor, it's just a dream come true.
Many people making their Broadway debuts tonight. You have 5 of them, including Jesse Williams, who you spend a lot of your time with. What's it like being on stage with Jesse?
I'm so proud. I'm proud of him. It's a proud moment. You know, I've had the good fortune of sharing the stage with a couple of people's Broadway debuts. Probably last Bryan Cranston, and the same thing I can say about Bryan is the same thing I can say about Jesse, because they gave themselves every opportunity to succeed at this thing. Nobody works harder. Nobody's more curious about the process. Nobody's more dedicated, and nobody's a better leader than these gentlemen. And Jesse is right up there with them.
Tell me what it's been like working with Scott Ellis and working with this group of men.
Gladly. Scott is, he's a big reason why I decided to do the play. He's such a great combination of like smart and humble and creative and challenging, and he's very direct, but he's collaborative and creative, and it's on its feet, and it changes, and he lets things breathe, and he calls you on your crap. He's wonderful. He's such a joy to be around. We have so much fun. I am the luckiest person in the world.
It's just been like so seamless, our chemistry with each other and the camaraderie, and there's really not like a mean-spirited person. Everybody's really kind, really good at what they do, and just like a really caring group of guys, you know. So it's been awesome.
Feels great. I feel calm though, more than sort of amped up and excited. We've all been waiting for this night, and it's here, and I've been waiting for it for a long time actually. So, yeah, it feels good. I feel soothed. Yeah.
Well, we're fortunate because this is it's a company, and we've also been able to really build a team, and there's a lot of parallels between that, baseball teams and companies, and we're very blessed. I mean, everybody, I think, is perfectly cast. I think everybody has an opportunity to shine in this play, and I think they do. Yeah, we've really formed a camaraderie, and we're all rooting for each other, and we're supporting each other, and
We are back on the opening night red carpet of Take Me Out, and I'm here with one of my dearest people that I adore, Danny Burstein. You're about to return to Broadway, aren't you?
I am, in a new play called Pictures from Home with Nathan Lane, who you just saw, and Zoe Wanamaker, who I've never met before, and who I've had a huge crush on since I saw her on Broadway in Loot. 35 years ago or something like that.
I think across the street at the Music Box.
She was incredible.
Yeah.
And she's a wonderful actress, brilliant, and I just love her. I can't wait to start working with her. We start rehearsals, I believe, December 1st, and I'm so excited to get working on that.
I love that you're doing a play.
Yeah, well, I've done a lot of plays.
Well, I know you've done a lot of plays.
Don't
tell anybody. Exactly.
I bounce back and forth all the time and do a lot of TV and film, but don't tell anybody. Yeah.
No, but it must be really exciting, because when I speak to people who have done musicals, they say, I love doing plays. It's almost the same, except you maybe could have a beer or something, or a glass of wine.
For me, I've just musicals.
Yeah.
I never chose to do musicals.
Yeah.
They chose me. I'm not really a singer. I'm just, I thank God I'm a little musical that I get by.
Yeah.
But my wife was the singer.
Yeah.
She could sing and open her mouth and her heart fell out. Me, it takes me a long time to get a song to sound good. But I've always, I always saw myself as the next, Jewish Marlon Brando.
I like that.
That's kind of what I wanted to be when I was 14. It didn't work out that way, but
Well, look what happened.
But look what happened. It's a mess.
How excited are you to be here tonight?
I'm thrilled to be here tonight. I've never seen the play before. So Jesse Tyler is an old pal, and so I'm really here to support him, and really I'm excited to see the play.
Always a pleasure to see you, my friend. I will see you very soon, as always. And
I love you, my friend.
I love you. Have a great time tonight. That's Danny on the carpet. We have Shoshanna Bean on the carpet. We're live. Get over here, you. Oh, we're live. Yes,
we're live.
Yes, we're live. We're live at BroadwayWorld. We've been doing this all season.
I love this.
You look gorgeous.
No, hi. Thank you. Hi, good to see you.
Oh, I get to hug you in person, opposed to seeing you like on a StreamYard or a Zoom.
I know, it's nice.
How excited are you to be here tonight to see Take Me Out?
This will be my second time.
Yeah.
But I always feel like the biggest gift you can get as a performer is to approach a show, get some time away from it, and come back to it. So to see my dear friend Jesse Tyler Ferguson in his Tony Award-winning performance for a second time after some space, it's such a beautiful thing. I'm so excited to see what has shifted, what has remains. Yeah.
Because I was with the cast this afternoon.
Sure, that's a flex.
Well, you know how it is, before the curtain, and he was so excited. I'm like, Jesse, who's coming? Oh my God, Shoshanna's coming, and Mary Testa, all these people that he's loved working with, on the Rialto.
Yes, pals.
And I mean, but I love this show. I mean, I saw it originally, and of course I saw what was interesting about this production is they had this incredible run. They were totally sold out. They won the Best Revival.
They closed.
Then Jesse won, and they closed, and now they're back.
Yeah, it's really exciting. I'm glad they are. It wasn't long enough, and we're in this weird time where word is spreading slower, and people are really just coming back. There's Jesse's husband. People are just coming back, so I'm glad they're here. Everybody should be seeing this and experiencing it. It's a beautiful story.
Isn't this great? This is what happens on Broadway. Everybody waves to everybody on the carpet. Jesse's husband just arrived, Justin Makita,
and
then
producer
sure,
from
exactly,
Alicia.
yes, Alicia Parker's here. Everybody's here, so we have to thank Barry and Fran for bringing this show back.
Yes, thank you, Barry and Fran.
Yeah. So what are you working on?
What am I working on? New music, lots of concert dates. Yeah, enjoying my freedom.
That's what it's all about.
Yes,
like I said, thank you for dropping by to see
love
me.
you,
I adore you. Get over here.
Have fun
Get inside
tonight.
there, you have a good time. That's Shoshanna Bean. And again, my other favorite is here on the carpet. I think, get over here, I'm gonna give you back. Get over here, you. So we're live again. I love this outfit. Look at you.
Why not?
Why not? All right, so I ask you this all the time. Here we are again. How excited are you to be here for Take Me Out?
Oh, I am so
Yeah.
excited. I saw the original.
Yeah.
How many years ago was it?
2002.
Oh my God, when I was 15, I
Yes.
saw the original.
Joe Mantello.
And Dennis
Directed-
O'Hare.
Dennis O'Hare.
Oh my God. So
Daniel Sajada and Frederick
story.
Weller.
And I'm ready to see it retold by another group of amazing actors.
So you didn't see this when it just came back to second stage?
I didn't. I wasn't in town.
Yeah,
So
well, wait till you see. I mean, this company, it's such a beautiful play. Richard Greenberg is such a brilliant writer. Had you done Richard Greenberg, or had you been in the room where you did read, when you were like, the reader? When you were the reader for a Richard Greenberg play?
wish.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I am such a huge fan. He's a
Yeah.
genius. But
Yeah.
this is going to be. Is it weird? Like you see me at every opening.
No, I love it.
I just want to make sure. I'm
No,
such a
I
theater
think-
geek.
No, but I love theater geeks. We were all theater geeks and theater nerds growing up, but there's nothing. Broadway is back with a vengeance. Gabriel Byrne is opening tonight and Walking with Ghosts. All the Almost Famous opens next Thursday. I mean, yeah, right. Look,
These four
look,
theaters
yeah.
right in a row. The,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Golden, the Jacobs,
Yeah.
the show. It's so beautiful
See?
to just turn on this street and see it all lit up.
And all the light primarily is from all the marquees.
I know. It's beautiful. We're back.
Yep.
Broadway's back.
You're going to have the best time. I'm going to send you over here to do a little TikTok or something, all righty? Good to see you, Cameron, as always. She is groovy. She's groovy and groovy. So, of course, Sergio Trujillo, Tony Award-winning director, choreographer, and Jack Noseworthy, his husband, is here tonight. They're on the carpet taking pictures. I'm not sure if you can go back to some. Can you see them, Joey, down there at all? Can you get a shot of them or no? I know we're getting camera and everything else on the carpet. All right, so you know what? Let's go to another interview from the rehearsals, and we'll be right back with a few more people. Opening night of Take Me Out.
Know their partners and their families over the years, and people who had babies, and so yeah, it's nice. It's really, really wonderful. I've met a lot of people that I hope to remain close with over the years.
When you took your bow tonight, back on Broadway, do you remember what you were thinking?
I was thinking, let's do it. Let's do it. We got the run. The opening is behind us. All of the nerves are out. And this is one of my favorite parts, is we can just continue to hone in every night, give each audience the best performance we can, and just do the best, strongest run for the next couple of months. I'm really excited about it.
I was trying to see where my mom was, because I could hear her shout my name, and I knew it was coming from stage right. So I guess the orchestra left. I knew it was from somewhere over there. And then finally, I was able to spot out my family. I saw them out there.
I was thinking of my mom, who was there, and thinking of my family, who came all the way from Puerto Rico to support me. And she is sort of the person I always think about when I take a bow.
What have you been? What have you been doing for 2 years?
Doing Zooms from my...
I'm going to start interviewing. I'm interviewing now. How have you been?
I've been great.
Moment to acknowledge that Take Me Out was supposed to open 2 years ago this month. And I find it really remarkable that the entire company, the actors, the director, stage managers, the crew, the designers, everyone stayed with the show. To the wonderful play by Richard Greenberg. To the many talents of the directors, Scott Ellis. And I am grateful for their loyalty. This is the Broadway debut of 5 of our actors.
And we are back on the opening night or reopening night carpet for Richard Greenberg's masterpiece, Take Me Out. I'm here with two of my favorite people, Sergio Trujillo and his husband, Jack Noseworthy. Okay, so you guys went to get a bite to eat somewhere, right?
We did. Yes, we got here. We got to the opening a little early. We thought it was at 7 o'clock, but we went on a date.
We did. Yeah, we had date night. We got a babysitter, and we took the time. Yeah, we had 2 slices of pizza and a seltzer water. Delicious. Yeah, right behind the Imperial.
Oh, I love that. See, behind the Imperial. These are theater folk. That's what we all know.
Very much so, yes.
And that's
33 years we've been in New York City.
Because we were at Jerome Robbins Broadway in 1989.
At the Imperial.
And it used to be a coffee shop, and now it's a pizza place.
Yeah,
that's right, yeah.
For sure, yeah.
Oh my God. How excited are you two to be here for the reopening of Take Me Out?
We are just through the roof. It's going to be a home run.
Yep. Oh, I like that. I like these metaphors. For you, sir.
Well, totally home run. Totally 100%. No, listen, we're here in support of our peers, of the producing team, and you know, for us to be able to come to the theater. I mean, after we've been through, to be able to celebrate and you know, gather and do what we do in these sacred theaters. I mean, it's just unbelievable. I'm excited to be here, and one of my favorite plays.
This is one of my favorite plays. I think 2002, so it won the best play in 2003 it won best play.
Yep.
And then last year it won best revival of a play.
I know.
And then Jesse Tyler won that night. Then it closed.
Right, and Janice O'Hare.
Fabulous production. And I was with the cast this afternoon.
Oh, you were?
About 4 hours ago, we were downstairs in the show, and they're so happy. Because you know, this was supposed to happen before COVID.
Yeah.
They were all supposed to told me today that the photo shoot on the cover of the play. It's like they've been going to happen and didn't. Then you beg Boris steal a seat, and then it closed. And now we're back again.
I'm so happy to see it again, to be able to celebrate this
very
piece.
excited.
Yeah.
We're really excited. We're friends. We're very good friends.
Barry,
we're just here right now for this guy.
We were just talking about you. Thank you for bringing this beautiful production back to Broadway.
Do you know what? It's a gift to Fran.
Fran, gotta come in here. Fran, come on in. We're gonna go by. There. Fran, you look gorgeous as ever. I was just saying to Barry, thanks to the two of you for this glorious production that we all fell in love with at Second Stage, that you brought back to Broadway. For a whole new audience to fall in love with it all again. And we love it. So
it's really our pleasure.
Yep. Thanks for loving it. Because I was with the cast earlier today. We were downstairs doing press. They're so excited. It's so rare that a show had a run, one best revival, and then it closed down. And then you brought it back on Broadway.
It deserves it. Yeah, it deserves a long life. We'll get one, I promise you.
And Richard Greenberg is one of the most beautiful writers, and you have Scott Ellis at the helm, right?
Like Chicago 25 years ago, this one has found its time today. It's more timely now than it was 18 years ago.
25 years of Chicago, how incredible is that? I mean, I go back when someone else goes in there. I see Barry all the time. I mean, we all fell in love with Chicago the first time. You fell in love with it all over again at Encores, and you took a chance to bring it to Broadway. Now, 25 years later, it brings joy to 26, actually, right? Yep. But you bring so much joy, because the first thing people do when they come to New York is they get in line at the Ambassador Theater, and they buy tickets to Chicago. Yep. Seriously, you don't need to speak English. I mean, everybody go. I see the line. You have a line at the theater, and people want to buy tickets to see Chicago. That must make you feel so great, right?
It does. It's enlightening. It's life-giving. Both of these.
Well, very
randomly produce home runs.
Home runs, totally. This is your another home run. Listen, all of you have a glorious time. Thank you for doing what you do. Have a glorious reopening. All right, everybody, good to see you all. This is really great. Like I said, this is what happens on Broadway, everybody. You get glorious producers like Barry and Fran Weiser that meet up with Jack and Sergio on the carpet. And Fran, you look gorgeous as always. Have a wonderful reopening tonight. Let's see. Well, the curtain is about to go up on the new opening night, the first performance of the new production of Take Me Out. And we lost some power when I was talking to Barry and Fran Weiser, but I want to thank them for doing what they do to have brought this production back to Broadway, what they've done with Chicago 26 years later. The beautiful job they've done with that. For all your theater coverage, look no further than Broadway World. This is Richard Ridge signing off, and we'll see you at the theater. Take care.